Hello, my name is Codemaster Jamal and I'm an indie game developer. I am best known for my 3D monster collecting game Virtual Monsters and for my 2D RPG Dragon Ball Z Ultimate End. Today I will be showing you how to download Dragon Ball Z Ultimate End, as well as give an overall guide on how to download any MW Industries game development and software games. Without any time to waste, let's get right into it. Typically speaking, what I'm going to be doing with a lot of games that I'm going to be releasing, hopefully within the future, is that I'm going to create a launcher system. Using the launcher, you can basically download any updates from the game. Now, I will admit that I've attempted to do this quite a few times and I've actually failed. I actually had to redo my entire launcher, and I had to redo my entire setup wizard for the games that I'm going to be making, because at the time Microsoft, at least Google Chrome, was detecting my software as being malicious, as well as Microsoft Edge, at least the newest Microsoft browser, Windows browser that's out right now. So a lot of that had to do with compression techniques. So I actually tried to shoot this video beforehand, but I was unsuccessful because basically I could download the software, but I couldn't get the software to actually download my software from where the files are being hosted and then onto my personal computer. So if it couldn't work for me, it most likely wouldn't work for you. This is just a general update video, just to let you guys know I fixed those issues. Generally speaking, you can play all these games as HTML5 games within the browser. So that's something I'm going to be offering to a lot of people. Hopefully this helps out with a lot of things and gets more people engaged into playing the game. I'm just looking for a bigger audience at the end of the day. I've personally been going through some personal things that's been really rough. I've hit quite a few rough patches in my life personally. I'm trying my best to get out of it. Currently, you can play Dragon Ball Z Ultimate End in your browser. You can play it on Newgrounds, itch.io, GameJolt, and on my website at mw-industries.com. If you don't already, please make sure to head over to mw-industries.com and actually register an account, so that way you can play some of my browser games later on, especially because some of these browser games will have multiplayer features and you will need an account to sign in. So I have Virtual Monsters on the way, and I'm also working on Tales of Amadaria. I also have another standalone game that I'm working on, and I have a few different projects that I'm kind of bouncing around all at once, and I can't give them all out at the same time. Although for some reason, let's say your browser is a little slow, I've basically created this download wizard that helps you install the program onto your computer and you can play the game like that. At some point, I will be working on Android support, perhaps release this game on the Android store. I look forward to that type of thing, but currently it's really hard for me to do so. And like I said, guys, right now, especially if you don't have any money, the best thing you guys can do is register for my website. That's the best way you guys can support me as a game developer and a musician and a hobbyist and just an entrepreneur as well. That's the best way you guys can actually support me personally. If you have any interest whatsoever in my games, please just go ahead and sign up for the website. That's the best thing you can ever hope for. There shouldn't be any security issues. Even if there were, they might get your email, but they won't be able to get your password. So there's nothing for you to necessarily worry about too much. For the most part, I'm just going to go ahead and drop right into it and show you guys where you can download the launcher for this game, so that way you can download any additional updates for the game later on. So we're going to go ahead and show you that part. Okay, so here we go. Now I can show you guys what I'm doing in the browser. This is my website, mw-industries.com. If you want to view any games, typically if you buy games, you can have them in your games library, which will be listed right here. But typically, Dragon Ball Z Ultimate End is actually a free game to play, as well as Tales of Amadaria TCG. Currently will be free to play. You don't need an MW Industries account to play Dragon Ball Z Ultimate End. However, you will need one for Tales of Amadaria TCG when that comes out. Currently, as you can see, it has a link to the itch.io page where you can download it here. If you have any, especially because I need certain certifications for my website, I need to verify my programs through Microsoft and a lot of other browsers. I have to get certification, and I have to get certain things issued in order for my programs to be considered not malicious. If you're getting an error or some type of message on your system saying that this program is malicious, I am just letting you know that it's not a malicious program. It's just that the compression technique that I used previously for packaging this piece of software was very similar to what a lot of hackers use for compiling viruses. So it was a similar compilation technique. Now with my programs, you don't need administration approval in order to download it onto your your computer, onto your system. So it's no longer necessary for that, but in this case, you will need administration privileges in order for it to work on your computer. So there are some additional issues outside of the whole downloading thing, but as you can see here, we can download it on the MW Industries website. We can also download it here on itch.io, and we can also download it here on GameJolt. So we're going to go ahead and download it from all three. We're going to click PC download, and I'll show you guys my downloads page later on. I recently updated the launcher, so just to show you guys that it works. We go here, download 2 megabytes. It's not a big file, so it's just 2 megabytes. And here we go. We're gonna go, and it's still downloading, so let's take some time. Okay, all of them finished downloading. Okay, so here we are. We have our file explorer. Now this one here is the one we just downloaded from the website, but I'm also going to show you guys something else. I'm actually going to show you my full display just so you guys can see it. Okay, so I technically already have this program downloaded on my computer, and as you can see here, we click play, we press play, and what it does is that it launches the game. Now, if you're having any difficulties with this game launching, it's because of one of two things. And once again, and what I'm going to do here is actually remove this program. I'm going to go ahead and remove this from my computer. Okay, can't find that one. That might be an older one. Yes. Cool. Good. Okay, so for the most part, I've pretty much removed all evidence of the file being here previously. Installation shouldn't matter too much. If you have a problem running this program on your computer, what we're going to do is we're going to right click and we're going to go run as administrator. Once again, it might have this Windows protect your PC. We're going to click run anyway. And what this program is just a setup wizard. We have multiple languages. We have Dutch, English, Spanish, Italian, Japanese, Korean. Pick your language so I can set up things for you. I'm going to block this out so nobody knows where this program is being stored on my computer because we don't want it there. And basically the whole point of this is to just, you can pretty much install this wherever you want to on your computer. It's just a folder. It should be the program files by default, but I'm going to install it to my program files folder. I just had to go ahead and delete that. Actually, that shouldn't be that big of a deal. So basically, you choose a destination for your program to be installed to. Then I'm going to click next. This is just a start menu option. We're going to click next. And then we want to create a desktop shortcut. And then we click next. And then it asks you to click install the installation. Click back if you want to review any or change any settings. And basically, we're going to click install. It says the setup. Oh. Of course, and you might come across that error because what I didn't do was supposed to right click, run as administrator, create desktop shortcut. And there we go. This is what should pop up when you're finished with the setup wizard. Essentially, that's why it's important for you to actually right click and run as administrator. I was going to say that it's not necessary, but apparently it is. So it is necessary for you to actually right click and run as administrator. So that's really important. And as you can see here, we have the icon right here, and we're going to click finish. Now it's going to launch, and here's the problem with it. If you launch it like this, you might have issues running a game like this, but apparently not. It still worked. So when you click play, and what it should do is run Dragon Ball Z Ultimate in. And it does. And if you ever have any issues with it, again, we're going to right click, run as administrator. It downloads the files, and then basically what this launcher does, all you have to do is click play, and it runs the game for you. It downloads any updates from the web server. Just to explain, okay, so just to give a rough, brief explanation for what this program actually does is that it basically contacts my web server. I have a web server set up. Basically, it checks the web server to see if there's any updates to the game. If there are any updates to the game, it basically deletes the old version of the game from your computer. It installs a new version of the game onto your computer. So that's what that does. If you've been having any issues with the setup wizard that I created before, I'm sorry about that. So the reason why it's being flagged as a virus or a malicious is because of the compression technique that's used when the program is compiled. But essentially what it does is that the process in which that program is being compiled was actually an old technique from the 90s and like the early 2000s. Basically, people were using to package viruses. So that's why it was being flagged. I went around and I redid a lot of things and I fixed that error. A lot of it had to do with the software I was using at the time. It came up with an update, so I updated all my software around the same time. So now there's an updated version of the setup wizard that you can find on the MW Industries website. You can find it on itch.io and you can find it on GameJolt. I'm going to try to do the same thing with Tales of Amardaria TCG, which might come out before Virtual Monsters just because it's a little easier. The backend wise is very complicated. It's more complicated than Virtual Monsters for the most part. It's very complicated making a TCG. You know, I'm going to be working on both of them side by side. I will be trying to get out devlogs as soon as possible, but for now I think I'm just going to leave it at this. Once again, I do have merch. If you guys want to support the channel by buying merch, I greatly appreciate that. If you guys would like to support the channel by signing up for the website, I greatly appreciate that as well. We also have a Discord, which we regular talk in every day. A lot of it's like typical nonsense. Please don't be serious in Discord. Just come there and be friendly. Talk about code, talk about video games, talk about memes, talk about Virtual Monsters. I am accepting donations, but if you don't have the cash to support me, I would greatly appreciate it if you guys would just sign up for the website. That's the best way you can actually support me and to listen to my music that I have coming out for the video game. I know it's not the greatest music. It's probably not. I'm not going to talk too much. The music industry doesn't like me too much. A lot of people don't like me too much. I'm very sorry. I didn't sell out, but for the most part, if you have any additional issues with the game, there's still some errors I need to fix with Dragon Ball Z Ultimate End. If you have any additional issues with the game, please leave comments. I'm responding to itch.io. I'm responding to GameJolt. Right now, I'm not gonna lie, I'm homeless. I'm sleeping out of my car. I might lose my car. It gets worse and worse and worse. I might lose my cell phone. I might lose my storage unit that has everything in it. But the thing is that I'll get it back eventually. They're just worldly possessions. You know, a lot of people hate musicians, and there's nothing I can do about that. But educate people. Explain to people that music is actually something that runs in my family. Imagine some people come from like family of carpenters or like a family of accountants. You know, everybody has money, exactly, but you know, they just want to ruin your family business by spreading lies about the industry. Well, that's all for today. I hope this helps you out, and I hope I did not create any additional issues for you with our game launcher. I will be using the same launcher for Tales of Amardaria and Virtual Monsters, so it's a nice test to see if the system works for everyone. If you have any issues, please let me know. Leave messages in Discord, leave messages on the website, and I will troubleshoot things. For the most part, I think it works well, and I hope to release more games in the future. If you like this video, feel free to subscribe to the channel for more game development content. If you feel like supporting the channel, make sure to check out our merch store and consider signing up for the website. In fact, the best way to support me as a content creator is to simply join my website. It's completely free to sign up and will help me release my content sooner. There's many things I would like to do and speak about on this channel, but I need your help making those videos. To everyone that signed up for the website and left a like on this video, I greatly appreciate you. Thank you greatly. Keep making games. Till next time, this is Codemaster Jamal, and I'm signing out.